What is up? Welcome back to Isaac of the Dead. I am still using OBS, and the lighting is not doing me any favors. Look at how white everything is. But welcome back to Isaac of the Dead. I watched the first episode of Agatha Harkness last night. Agatha All Along. Okay, so it's 40 minutes long. It's they dropped two episodes. On Wednesday night. It's Thursday morning right now. I watched the first one last night. Didn't watch the second one. Was just like not interested in watching the second one. I'm gonna take my time on this. But what are my thoughts on it? And I'd like to know what y'all's thoughts are too. But let's see. It opens up with a detective drama, basically, right? Like we're billing this up as a sequel to WandaVision. Spoilers, by the way. I know that my video is all out of order, but I've never been in order, so it doesn't matter. But this is a sequel to WandaVision. All the WandaVision Westview characters, they're coming back for this show. It's pretty evident, right? So we open up with this detective drama thing. Basically, it's like a parody of a detective drama where Agatha, basically, is uncovering the murder of a Jane Doe, right? It's pretty clear early on this Jane Doe is Wanda. It's Wanda Maximoff. Not a shocker. Not a shocker. Chances are she's not dead. She'll probably be back. I didn't think she was dead from the beginning, but I also thought Multiverse of Madness was dog shit. So, you know, who am I? But she goes through the whole detective thing, and I was kind of duped at first. I was like, oh, is this actually going to be good? Is this actually going to be like an interesting thing like WandaVision was? Or is this just a weird callback to get the nostalgia runs going for all the shills? And the latter was true. It's just a nostalgia run to get all the shills, you know, clapping and screeching. Oh, it's so good. Yes, yes, Slay Queen. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And so we basically find out, oh, Aubrey Plaza's in this, and she's hot as hell. I'll get to that. So she's like trying to get with Agnes. Like there's a whole lesbian thing going on. That it's so boring. Like it's slow, right? Like there's no real plot development here. Typical of Disney Marvel, Disney Star Wars, or anything on Disney Plus. There's no plot. You know, there's no story, right? The only thing of significance that I could say is that Agnes breaks out of the spell, because this whole detective thing is a psyop. She's under the spell of Wanda that she was left under 3 years ago with WandaVision, right? So she's breaking out of that spell now, and she's gonna, I don't know, I guess try to get back to the world. I really don't know, right? Like, I guess it's trying to get back to the world, trying to find your coven of witches or something. Like, you think that in the first episode they would like explain this clearly to you, but they don't, and it's frustrating. I would certainly care more if you know, my investment was placed into this show. I initially, like, I'm like everybody else. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this, and therefore no investment can be had in it. It's a gimmicky show that, like, it can't justify its own existence. It's got to be money laundering or something, but it can't justify its own existence. It's not a serious show. It's just not. You could, okay, for example, comedies. Comedies take themselves seriously for the most part, right? You know, like there's your occasional parody, right? And I'm going to get to that parody word here. Like the Meet the Spartans, the Scary Movies, like they're parodies. They're supposed to not be serious. That's the whole point. But your typical like rom-com or just comedy in general, like The Hangover or you know, Blazing Saddles, or hell, even Ghostbusters, right? Like they take themselves seriously, right? They might be tongue-in-cheek, but they take themselves seriously. This show doesn't take anything seriously, and that's why I think it's practically a parody. On top of that, it's not your average parody either. It's a Rule 34 prawn parody, which is like the only appealing aspect about this show is that we get to see a 51-year-old Agnes naked. She naked, but there's a butt. We don't see her tits, but we see her butt. And it's not bad. I guess if you're into her, but if you're not, then this is just gross. But if you're like me and you're a degenerate, you can be like, hey, there's some ass on Disney Plus. Really, really advocating for you groomers. So, basically, she breaks out of this spell that Wanda put her under a couple years ago. We see that all the Westview characters are just like neighborhood watch or whatever. Nobody knows who these people are. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm sure people who are clapping are like, oh, that person was in WandaVision. We're probably going to see White Vision somewhere. White supremacist Vision. So, so she breaks out of the spell with the encouragement of Aubrey Plaza. We see a little gay kid with like painted fingernails or whatever. I guess he's holding the Darkhold. He's saying all this Feminam, Dukte, blah, 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 all that juju shit. That the witchcraft thing, like it's just, I don't even think it's real witchcraft. It's just juju crap that some writer wrote down. They say it's the teen. He's credited as the teen. He's gay. They also advertise this as the most gay show ever. Can't disagree with that. You want to say it's the gayest show ever and advertise it as such. You can't argue and complain when we say yes. It's gay. It's super gay. It's the gayest fucking thing on Disney Plus, probably, besides maybe The Acolyte. Yeah. This is a show made for wine moms. The show made for wine moms and the yes queens. That's what this show is made. It's not made for Marvel fans. It's not made for people who like the X-Men. It's not made for people who like Spider-Man or Fantastic Four or Hulk or Wolverine or the Avengers. This isn't made for that. It's not. It's wine moms. It's Marvel for wine moms. On top of that, we have so much sexual tension between Aubrey Plaza and Agatha Harkness. You'd think that they fucking Aubrey Plaza breaks into Agnes's house where she has a gay teen locked up in her closet. I shit you not. She has a gay teen locked up with it. He's bonded. He's in bondage. He's got a tape on his mouth. He's tied up, and he's in her closet. The gay guy is in her closet. You can't make this shit up. And then Aubrey Plaza comes in and like kicks in the door, and they start catfighting. Going after each other. And you think they'd stop here in the middle of the fight and just start fucking scissoring. You think that's what would be the next logical step for these people in their writing, but no, they just stop. And I guess Agnes gets her powers back. It's not really clear. And that she's supposed to go find a coven or something. Like I said, man, this is like a bad porn parody. That's what this is. Agatha All Along is essentially Disney's attempt to have a wine mom Rule 34 prawn parody of Marvel. Or not Marvel, WandaVision. It's a prawn parody of WandaVision. I would have appreciated it more if maybe Wanda was in it. Just saying. Marvel fans have been called creeps and, all these other things. Oh, incels. Because they wanted to see Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow's fucking bare ass for years. Are you kidding me? That badunkadunk, flaming around, on a Marvel movie. Hell yeah, people would love it. Everybody would love that. You get to see some Black Widow ass. Hell, show me Wanda's titties. Show me Wanda's titties. I would be a happy man. We get, we're 15-something years into the MCU where it's a dying brand on a diminishing streaming service. And we get a TV show or a streaming show on this kids brand, by the way. You can go watch Blue's Clues right next to where you could watch nudity on Agatha All Along. It tells you the morality of Disney, but that's no surprise to anybody. What are you going to do about it, I guess? At some point, they're going to give up. At some point, they're going to be like, all right, we got to cut our losses. I love how Deadpool and Wolverine came out, 2 months ago? And everybody said it saved Marvel. Marvel saved, guys. $1 billion. So many cameos. Look at all that. And I think most of us realize by now that no, Deadpool and Wolverine didn't save Marvel. I knew that before I saw the movie. It wasn't going to change anything. You know, Ryan Reynolds didn't advocate to not put certain narratives in the movie. No, man. No, Marvel's done. It's over. Nothing short of a reboot can save this. I don't even know if they're gonna reboot. They're probably gonna do a soft reboot, keeping characters like Agnes. That's what they probably do. So, is there any plot here? Not in the first episode. Maybe in the second one, you know, if I give it a shot. Honestly, the only thing that's appealing about it is that we have a bunch of, you know, I guess, action. Not even that. This is, when I say it's Rule 34 P0rn parody, dog, I'm talking about the bad dialogue. I'm talking about the horrendous acting. Holy shit, it's bad. It's so bad. The writing doesn't make any sense. There's no goals. There's no motivation. There's no reason I should be coming back to watch this show other than maybe the nudity. You can convince me with nudity. But even so, I'll still make videos like this and post them on YouTube telling everybody else, there ain't nothing about this show that's worth a shit. You can find all this stuff on Rule 34, to be honest. You know? So, in conclusion, Agatha all along is everything we thought it would be. Dog shit. And worse. It's terrible. But what are you going to do about it? Except roast it, right? You know. And if you like 51-year-old titties, might be a show for you, all right? You degenerates like myself. So, hope you all have a good day. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you watch Agatha all along? Because I really doubt you did. But, you know, I just want to see what you all think. Leave it in the comment section below. Give this a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. All that fun jazz. I'm trying to get back into the YouTube spirit, you know what I mean? After my other editor broke down, I started using OBS. And I'm still going to school. So, we gotta get to work, bro. Gotta get to work. Album's still coming out. All that fun shit. So, I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't smoke crack, bruh.